Everyone talks about becoming more positive and calm nowadays. But how do you actually do that? What do you start with? Well, the best thing is to start with you and your thoughts. Imagine this situation. You wake up, get your phone, and see that you've missed a call from your boss. How do you respond to that? Maybe something like this: "Oh my God, that's awful. What happened?" It is highly probable that this thought will be followed by feelings of surprise, anxiety, and fear. And then your body will start reacting. Your pulse may start to rush, you may experience shallow breathing, and on the subconscious level, the hormones of stress will be released into your bloodstream. Once these emotions get going, you start seeing reality in a different light and begin to behave differently. You become all strung up, hastily get out of bed, and start getting ready for work in a hurry. And we all know that when we get ready for work in a hurry, we tend to forget a thing or two. And here's another important thing you may miss because you think you don't have enough time. That's your morning coffee. What a nightmare. But the chain reaction doesn't stop there. Because you're already cranky without your morning coffee, and because you've forgotten something important at home, you start kicking yourself for all of those things. But the grand finale is that you turn your angry thoughts to your boss and to the world around you. Isn't this situation the definition of something called a vicious circle? Problems seem to suck you in like a swamp, and it may seem that there is no light at the end of the tunnel. But that's not the reality. There is a way out. You just need to understand what has to be changed. Ask yourself this question. Can you make yourself stop panicking with your force of will? Like, will saying something like, "Calm down immediately, you whiny." Will that help you calm down? Unlikely. At this point, too many body processes have been launched by the initial panicky thought and cannot be cancelled all that simply. It's like trying to get coffee back into your mug after it's been spilled on the carpet. So what can you do? That's right. You can influence your thinking and hence your behavior. And when you do that, you'll get on top of your emotions and get the reins of control back in your hands. Most modern people live in a cycle of dissatisfaction with themselves, the people around them, and the world in general. They are unhappy with the financial situation or the lack of parking spaces, or maybe with an unfriendly nurse at the clinic. When we want to be dissatisfied, we will find the reasons to be so. But is it possible to experience joy and pleasure while being constantly dissatisfied? That's highly unlikely. Rather, you'll feel tired, sad, and disappointed. And this will only build up more stress, more tension. Anxiety has a tendency to distract and does not allow you to concentrate. As a result, thoughts about your own worthlessness get stronger and stagnation takes over your life because you spend all of your energy worrying about it and doing very little to fix it. Your physical and emotional strength dwindles while the problems accumulate. And that's a rather sad picture. But can it be changed? Yes. Let's figure out how it can be changed. You can start by shifting your attention from thoughts about what you don't have to thoughts about what you do have. Make your own list. What do you have? You have your own body, friends, family, perhaps a favorite job, a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Also, remember about all of those opportunities for self-development out there. There are so many things to be done to live happily. What can you do? Well, whatever you want to. You're a free person, remember? You can go for a walk to a beautiful park, eat tasty food, learn new languages, travel, get to know new people, spend time with your loved ones, express your love towards them, maybe take care of pets. The bottom line is to give love. There's always someone out there who needs it. And then ask yourself, What am I grateful for? You see, gratitude is immensely important. It's a very positive thing because it always gives returns. When we feel truly grateful, we become stronger and happier. When we're feeling resourceful, full of energy and strength, we have more opportunity to be attentive to ourselves, to other people, and different areas of our life. Perceiving everything with gratitude, focusing on doing something for ourselves, our body, other people, the world around us helps us sustain that resourceful state. Thus, we invest in our psychological well-being. It often happens that even after introducing some changes to our lives, people remain dissatisfied with it. They switch their jobs, buy a new house, find a new partner, but something still prevents them from feeling satisfaction. But this is the truth of life. There will always be problems. The question is how we perceive and go about solving them. If you continue swirling in that thinking cycle of discontent and choose to focus on the lack of things, then even the small problems will be difficult for you to cope with. It is a whole other matter if you start to pay attention to your resources, to the things that you do have. Begin to appreciate them. Not take them for granted. Treat them with respect and gratitude. And you will feel how the world around you starts to change. By changing your attitude to the world, you will become a new person with eyes open wide to see brighter things. As you change your attitude, it'll be no time till the world begins to reciprocate. Gratitude is the easiest and fastest way to transfer yourself to a new reality and acquire the desired inner state. It helps to cope with low mood and poor health. So don't put off thinking about it until tomorrow. Think of at least 5 things you can be thankful for and write them down right now. It won't take a lot of time. Just think of an event or a person that you're grateful for. It's important to write your gratitudes down by hand. This will make the process more conscious. Be sincere, and the words will pour onto the paper. Thank you for being with us, and see you tomorrow.